This is a collection of stories.
Landover Legend Studios presents.
I've been through a lot.
The I Can't Make This Up podcast.
Yeah.
By Big T.
Some of this shit you wouldn't even believe.
Narrated by Spade.
For real.
It's the reason that it's the man's land. That is the reason that we believe in self-sufficiency and growing our own shit. Because time and time again, since the beginning of testing and vaccination, we have always been guinea pigs and test dummies and all that. So if you're asking me if I'm going to go out and plow any land for the man, you got me fucked up. I'll go do myself because at least I know what I'm growing, what I have, and I will.
So yeah, but I understand.
How about you, Slow?
Man, look, I don't know. I've been chilling. I be working outside during the day, so I just got my complexion back.
What you doing now?
I still do the LES thing, but I got bored in the house. It's just sitting in the fucking house and teleworking. I got really bored, so I ended up working for a mosquito killing company. Just go outside with a backpack, misting up people's yards, looking like a Ghostbuster and shit.
Spraying the houses and shit.
I do, bro. I be sitting there feeling like I'm fucking Ghostbusters and shit. It be 98 degrees. Nigga, it was a whole heat wave last week. And I gotta wear long sleeve shirts with some fucking Dickies and shit. And some premium steel-toe Wolverine boots and shit. And be hot. Niggas be like, young, you been working out? I'm like, no. I work outside.
The money good?
Yeah, straight.
So
It's actually straight.
So you a skeeter beater?
Yeah, I'm a skeeter beater, bro, for the moment. That joint was taxing because the chemicals that they were using when I first got there, like, they didn't say that shit in training. Like, this shit will burn you. Like, they didn't say that. They was just like, just learn about wind direction. Like, now I know that shit. I pay attention to I know how to spray until and spray down when that spray back had my ass on fire, bro. Like, y'all remember when I posted that picture of me and Vinny doing the Legos and it was hyperlapsing? And one of the people, everybody who commented or hit me personally was like, dog, you keep wiping your forehead. Why you keep wiping your sweat and all that? You look fat and dry and stupid, right? And I'm like, y'all just don't know I was suffering like shit because motherfucking, I did this big ass yard and my man did it, and our whole plan was that you take this side of the house, go into the backyard, take the other side, we're gonna come sweep and then go back in the way that we came in. I don't know, this nigga must have had like 3 extra steps on me or some shit, but by the time we met in the middle, this nigga had swung the wand. The mist shoot out 25 feet from the goddamn gun, so I don't know if the line was here and I just was over that bitch and that motherfucker said, what?
So don't nobody know what they doing?
No, nigga, we all like, bruh, you wanna know what's so crazy about it? Like, everybody on staff. Nah, I'm not even gonna put that out there. Let's just say everybody got a similar background. So it's like, a bunch of us just out here on some, a lot of the times the meetings be like, man, fuck that. Like, we be telling the motherfucking supervisors what we not about to do, and that shit be working. Like, you know what I'm saying? I mean, I ain't about to do that. All right. Well, hey, I need you guys in van 3, like, to go like that. Nope, you're not doing that either. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know. But shit get done. You know what I'm saying?
Blessed.
Yeah, shit gets done. But now they switched it, so I don't know. Them new Jones different. And like I said, I learned how to spray that shit now. So other than that, cooling. Getting ready to go to Puerto Rico.
A bunch of convicts is basically running management into the ground.
Nah, because we successful as fuck this summer, man. Like, numbers are high. I just won motherfucking customer service and shit. I won the customer service shit. They got 100.
You do it, Charles.
No, respectively. I ain't doing none of that shit. Like, you know what I'm saying?
You're right, Mr. Watts. I'm sorry.
Convicts, and he said, nah, business is going good. He didn't even say, nah, ain't no convicts.
Nah,
he just like, nah, business is good.
Nah, because when you hear some ignorant shit, you just gotta not address it. You know what I mean? So I chose not to. But it's like,
you tried to Peyton Manning.
Hey.
Quarterback answers.
He in the Hall of Fame for a reason. You feel what I'm saying?
Yeah, that tall ass head.
Okay. But you built like the Mucinex booger. That's
It's gonna be
Nah, I'm trying to keep it silver, bro. That's it.
Oh,
trying to keep it simple.
Ladies and gentlemen, I am your host, the Land Over Legend, aka Big T. This has been another wild introduction of the I Can't Make This Up podcast. Goddamn.
Welcome.
Oh man.
Welcome to the show.
I just want to say, number one, you recycled that joke, but that's cool. That's something that you do. Two, thank you for joining me today. I know you could have been anywhere else, but you guys decided to come on here and fuck with me, and then my man Pat folk, letting us, take up your living room space and do this. So,
That's what we do. We family. So you come on over anytime.
For sure.
I never told you was built like a Mucinex booger before.
No, but you put it on Facebook earlier.
I didn't. Quante put that up there.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, because I said it to my sister, and y'all both built the same. That's exactly why I said it.
You had to think about it?
No, I hadn't. Because I done said a lot of shit to you. A lot of shit. So I don't know if I did recycle that shit to you personally. Like I said it twice.
Ladies and gentlemen, that's Dwayne Watts, a.k.a.
We all
Watts
be
Common,
put out.
a.k.a.
What happened?
Oh, my bad.
Oh.
Do it smell like any smoke in here?
No.
No, but this is water vapor.
I know, but go ahead. I'm just fucking with you.
Nigga slid that bitch back in his pocket too.
No,
Like he knew he was wrong. Like he knew he was wrong.
No,
He was like,
because
Your exit right there. So I'm already ready to
I can't move fast enough. Don't say nothing.
say what.
Don't say a word. Big tooth bastard.
Alright.
Oh man.
Oh, man.
This is about to be.
And my other guest today, Chef in Two Pots, Patrick, man, say what's up to the audience, man.
Hello world. What's up, y'all? What's good, man? That's what I want to know. I mean, what has been? How many months since we sat out?
Since March, about 5 months.
About 5 months.
That's when we did that last show?
Yeah, so it's been a lot of things have changed. A lot of things has transpired.
Mm-hmm.
Some people in new fields of work. Some we not. Some still in the same that we've been in. But we ain't going nowhere because we get money. So
Hey,
That part.
yeah.
I did get a new job since then, so you absolutely right on that.
Where you work at now?
I'll tell you off camera. Yeah.
Thanks, Tommy.
I just don't want to.
Nigga done worked at the black building now.
Still waiting on the reference? Nah. I just don't want to give them any credit on my platform. They ain't paying me like that. The money's good though, I'll tell you that.
Yeah,
But,
I never mentioned my job, neither where I work, but I know I cook.
I can't
Yeah.
tell people why I work like that.
That's how you know my job must be the shittiest one out of everybody. I can clearly tell y'all where I work at. It's no problem. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I can't speak on where I work at. Like, oh, y'all niggas got government secrets and shit.
Nah, I don't have government
Nah, ain't
secrets.
secrets. It just
Like bro say, they don't pay me for the broadcast.
I
or
can't
promote.
talk about why I work.
Exactly. Oh man. And last but not least, my brother from another mother, K. Dot.
What's
Kevin.
going on, man?
Hey man, you tell me,
Man, like Brett said, some people doing different things, and other people just, just going along with what the world's, got going on. So, not much change on my end. Still working, trying to stay, healthy, safe. That's about it, man. Same old shit, different something.
Shit, that's all we want is to stay healthy and alive, especially in these days. I'm over don't even want to be around me. I'm like, I didn't get you sick.
Damn, for real.
I mean, once she got sick, she
She
felt
sick?
like
She was sick?
No, yeah, she was, but you know what I'm saying. Once that was over, she
Oh
for
yeah,
her,
you're right.
you know what I'm saying. She felt like that was a wrap. So
Even me coming to see her from time to time, she'd tell me to stay at the door and stuff. Just be like, "What you got now?" And then I had to go through a whole procedure just to get in and say hi.
especially with you know how they say people pass away in threes.
Nigga.
It's been like back to
Bruh.
back to back RIPs, like not just here but like nationwide.
Hey, bro, my brother, like, you know how Dave gets sometimes. Sometimes it be the right shit, but just at the wrong time.
Mm-hmm.
This nigga was telling me, 'cause, after Miss Moses passed, that was saying like a week after Miss Williams passed.
Mm-hmm.
And they was like, man, and they say death come in threes. I know that nigga better stay the fuck off Columbia Park Road. That's enough, goddammit. I was like, hell yeah, you better just go ahead and skip to the next block, go around the fucking corner. Like, leave us alone, nigga.
He could take it.
That remind me of the suggestion box.
Yeah, man. Yeah.
God, son, can you please stay off Columbia?
Bruh, that shit was crazy. I was like, oh, Miss Williams and then Miss Moses, man. I was like, damn, and it's like that nigga known to just say out loud what other motherfuckers thinking. Like, and he said that. I was thinking it. I was like, damn, man.
No filter.
None, but
No
he'll
filter.
just say that shit. Just like,
It's just like when the following week after we recorded our episode, and motherfucker, he called me when the copy opened him up. I was like, bruh, come on, man. We just talked about it. like not even
yeah.
what 84 hours earlier. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
The cop was like, does he have like a mental disability? I said no. It's hot. He's drinking. He's fucked up. So. Shit ain't gonna come out right, but the nigga swore up and down. I mean, the shit took me back to 2006.
Right.
I haven't been in one of those scenarios in a minute, so I just was like,
I mean, the shit is what it was, but like I said, nigga, and when it came to that part, he was just like on some, he was just saying what I was thinking, and I'm sure probably what you was thinking, and everybody else who grew up on that same block. You know what I'm saying? I was thinking that shit. It's like, hey, all right, that's enough. I already took down them. It's like, yeah, that shit crazy. Like now I have Miss Moses and Miss Williams there right now. That shit is like kind of weird. You know what I'm saying? It's kind of weird. But I mean, so is life. So, appreciate the moments, right?
we ain't got no control over that.
None.
It's like when it's your day, it's your day.
Man, look, I watched some midget porn because this just got gloomy. I had to switch it up a little bit. Sorry, guys. But her name is Lil GCK. That bitch, boy.
All right, so
Why?
yeah.
Why? Because there really needed to be some like context to the subject switch.
Why?
I found her on
What's
Twitter.
her name?
Why?
Juicy K. I got it in my phone.
Just because I don't think you said
Hey,
it.
that's
I
not
follow her,
the joint.
nigga.
Hey,
Sure.
hey, hold on. Is that the joint that was at Gilly's birthday?
I don't know, but you see how the shit just pops up on my. That's why I can't open my Twitter in public.
So
Oh, damn.
hold on.
Yeah. Oh. What now, sir? What now, sir?
So
Watts was lying. Juicy K, nigga.
This next video.
Play with me.
this what we doing?
Yes. If her little ass ain't show up to you and was like, "What's up, big boy?" and you wouldn't,
What's up, big boy?
We ain't talking about that.
bruh, I had to switch the mood up, nigga. And then everybody was looking at me like, "I don't believe you." Like, no, this little bitch can get it.
Nah, you just
Why?
was over.
Why?
You was over.
Bruh, because I like chicken McNuggets. She looked like a chicken McNugget.
That's not a good.
What? Chicken McNuggets? They ain't good for you?
No.
Man, bruh.
GCK.
Shit got real for him real fast, and he had to pivot out of that shit.
How he set up? You can't.
But nobody knows this nigga's about to follow her now. Like no one, so y'all want to pay attention to me. But he was like,
Oh, all three of y'all synapses lit up once you
nigga,
started
you about to
going
follow
up.
her too? Like stop acting like you John Paul
I
or some
asked the
shit.
question. I said, is that the
You
one?
said, I can't be?
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay.
I said, is that the one that was at Gilly first?
I know, I didn't see that. I didn't bypass it.
See, Gilly came out looking like Kanye West with a stocking cap.
I seen that part, but I didn't know. I didn't see which midget.
Wallow-
I mean, I'm sorry, little person it was.
Yeah, please.
I got it, man.
Correct about that.
No, I'm doing it. Sorry.
And Wallow had got a small person.
Got it.
Mm-hmm.
So
Little person.
sent her out there, and he just went off. But what was crazy about the whole situation, when he sent this little person out, he put two on the big screen. Like Gilly.
So she got to see the John the whole time.
I died laughing, man.
Hey, Slim.
But
Yeah,
why do you like
What?
chicken McNuggets out of everything?
No, that's just one of the things.
It's the snack, man. It's just a little light snack. It ain't nothing to be like snack, eating forever. But ain't nothing wrong with a nipple.
My thing is, why you eating that garbage?
Why I'm eating that garbage?
Yeah.
Ain't nobody saying nothing to no rats, no mice. What their diet is. Yet these niggas just running around healthy than a bitch, right? Take that with you. We'll be back after these messages type shit.
The dating game, bro?
Yeah, I don't know, man.
Man. Okay, so
we still recording?
Yeah,
bro.
Okay, just checking.
So yeah, man.
How much you gonna roll?
Bro, I'm not about to smoke this right now.
No,
this is for later. I like the
Fry your
free.
brain a little while.
Vices be damned.
You said what now?
You just fry your brain a little.
Sounds judgy. Sounds real judgy.
I was gonna hit the motherfucker with you, but
All right, okay, now with it, yeah. I mean, that was a little piece, you know what I'm saying?
I do indulge in laughter.
So have y'all been seeing any of these posts about kids being bullied and shit while even in virtual school?
Fuck them kids.
Nah,
Fuck the kids.
No, fuck them kids. Like,
nah.
nigga, I was bullied and then I turned into the bully.
Okay.
My thing is this, that's just a part of what they do. They hide behind it. They hide behind it. They hide behind the screen. They say what they say with the little Twitter fingers and everything. And when dude JoJo from the block, Dad taught him how to fight. Walk up to him, bow, right in their nose. That was a big problem. Learn how to control your words.
So you became a bully. What about you? You had bullies on.
I mean, I'm not a bully anymore because I don't teach my.
No, you already put it on camera. So like you were saying.
What, have I ever bullied you?
Not yet.
Not yet.
I ain't gonna allow you to bully me.
Okay,
You can give me the emphasis
Have
that you.
I ever attempted to bully you?
No.
Okay.
Man, we a full grown ass man sitting in the living room. Ain't nobody bullying nobody.
Thank you, bro.
Nobody.
That's not what I'm saying. I'm just bringing up a point.
I know what you're getting at, but my thing is this is like that's a part of somebody need to be parenting their kids.
Well, it's funny you say that though, because me and Ma literally just talked about this whole bullying and all that. You gotta think the time that we came up in, you had to, if you had something to say, you had to approach the person.
It wasn't none of this.
Yeah. The children under us, like, our babies, they tablet babies is what I call them.
But also
So-
too, okay. They come from us.
Yeah, but
And
you
we
hold
te-
on.
Go ahead.
This is what I'm trying to say about
Go
that.
ahead.
I'm saying they tablet babies. So like the way that we came up, we see somebody write something on Twitter or social media, that shit don't bother us because we was raised where if you ain't gonna say it to me, then it don't even mean nothing.
Yeah.
But these kids that's coming up, the tablet babies,
Yeah.
to them, that social media world, that shit means something to them. You know what I'm saying? So they affected differently. I mean, I don't understand it because you can always turn the shit on, block somebody, whatever. But that stuff means something to a lot of these kids.
I mean, you gotta look at the microwave that everything's been cooked in. You know what I'm saying? Parenting got easier. What happened? Oh, my bad. Parenting got easier because of technology. If you really think about it, like, you know what I'm saying? All that crying. Real talk, we shove a tablet right in their fucking face and they shut up, be Coco Melon or whoever the fuck on it. It's a wrap, you feel me?
I'm hearing about this Coco.
Yeah, no, that's the new trend. When mine was young, it was goddamn Dora and some other shit and Caillou.
I'm a different breed.
Right? So no, I'm just saying, like, you know what I'm saying? Just for me, for example, I can only speak for me. Like, you know what I'm saying? It was cool so I can fucking like go quickly do some shit and then come back. Because you know what I'm saying? I was wilding back then. So, you know what's up. Like, I ain't gotta sit there and say all that shit. But you know what I'm saying? The point was like, that shit helped. But when it comes to bullying now, I can honestly sit there and say that, I put my son in a situation to where as though, I know he's sensitive about certain stuff. So if we get him early and train him now,
bring him right out of this shit.
He won't get too discouraged on that. And then two, I know I do. You know what I'm saying? Not me, and I take that back. I know as parents, we both instill a certain level of confidence in both our kids to where they know that their individuality is all that matters, right? So yeah, you can go online if you let that shit affect you, because it will. We all human, bro. Like ain't nobody, everything that we saying right now, because we know that, you know what I'm saying?
We
like
experienced it.
we experienced it, but in the physical. You feel me? We experienced it because it was the physical. You feel?
This generation.
Yeah. We experienced the physical of that shit. You know what I'm saying? Like we actually had to confront and deal with certain motherfuckers. And then that's only half the ones that actually had enough courage to say, fuck it, I'm gonna just deal with it.
Yeah.
Other times motherfuckers did what everybody else do. They just accepted it. And they get mad about it later and shoot the fucking school up. You dig what I'm saying? So it's all about how you make your kids feel about themselves and teach them to do that, because when they do, all that shit that's online, it'll be trying, because we all human, it'll be trying, but they'll know that, man, fuck that. At the end of the day, fuck that. I'm cool with who I am, and that's all that matters.
So, like me, right? I told you in the first interview, as far as I'm a 70s baby, late 70s, 78, right?
Yeah.
And the things that we went through, as far as street lights, all that, we all encountered that.
Mm-hmm.
We built tough skin because everybody, we joning, we talking trash, we fighting, whatever. So, and the reason why I say, I'm gonna get back to my point, I became a bully because I was bullied, you know, because of my name. I got a double name, Patrick. I tell anybody that. So to be
Wait, your name Patrick?
fuck off. Shut up. See, that ain't about click the switch. Anyway, but look, so by me saying that, I went through all the torment and stuff in the early age, and so I got like when I got to fifth grade, it was over with. Like I'm putting hands on anybody, get out of school, like it constantly kept happening. Getting into it with students, teachers, faculty, anybody. You know, I was getting into it because people, as I say, I'm thinking in my mind like they ignorant, like they don't know, like it's just a fucking name.
Right.
Okay, but me, I'm not about to let you keep poking me.
Right.
You can't keep doing this to me because I'm just about to go off.
And to quote Marlo, your name is your name.
Yeah.
So to talk shit about your name, like
Yeah.
that's a huge representation of you.
So I
mean, but you could have flipped that too. You know what I'm saying? Because like it's so nice to have to say it twice.
He did. He became Swayze.
Yeah.
No. I'm talking about like when they was like, you named Patrick. Like, yeah, nigga, I'm so nice they had to name it twice.
I
You understand what I'm
said
saying?
that so many times.
But you know what else your name sound like? Your name sound like when you try to get a nigga to recognize who I'm talking about in the conversation. Like, so if I'm down here, like, nah, nigga, you talking about Patrick, nigga.
Yeah, no,
Patrick.
no,
Nigga, Patrick. Like,
So Kevin, did you have a bully back in school?
Man,
No.
several.
He beat them all up.
Several.
Say no.
Before I came back to Maryland when I left the first time, I got bullied a lot. Probably up until there was a couple when I moved back to Maryland. There was a couple of cats that tried to bully me in middle school. A couple, but all that falls by the wayside eventually. You know, when you confront the bully or you do anything different to where
Outside the norm.
yeah. The bullies usually leave you alone. But I mean, a little bit. Once we got to ninth grade, it wasn't no more of that shit.
By the ninth grade, this nigga was the inverse. So everybody just assumed he would just be beating niggas the fuck up.
Nah, it wasn't like that.
Nah, bro, I'm telling you, nigga, I was your friend. I was on the outside looking in.
What I'm
You know what I'm saying? Niggas be walking up to me because they knew how close me and you was. They be like, yeah, he okay? I'm like, the nigga's fine. Like, you know what I'm saying? Say hi to him, nigga. He ain't no fucking bear at the zoo.
I used to be so, like, for real, like, afraid, though. Afraid. One, afraid of being bullied, and two, what my reaction was going to be. Because you get to a point where you get bullied enough, like, eventually you going to have your breaking point. And, man, you feel for the person that gets that first one, you know. Luckily for us, though, we had, when it was stuff like that was going on, we had gloves. So that was kind of like the escape.
That was one of the things that he was known for around the neighborhood. That was one of the main things he was known for around the neighborhood. Is A, he got hands, and then B, he got the gloves. So word would get round And then it'll get to a point where there were certain disputes between certain motherfuckers. First thing they be like, man, fuck that, man. See if Big Kevin in the house, man. Get the gloves. Or before it was Big, it was always Big Kevin because even when we was teenagers, nigga, you was built like a fucking Texas like fullback. Like this nigga was cut the fuck up.
Now I'm built like a fucking trailer.
He said that, I didn't. And I want the record to be shown. I didn't say shit. But back when we was younger, that's why every time I tell that story about when you John like gave me that workout at the trash can with them hands when you beat the shit out of me. And he beat the shit out of me at the trash can.
That's you've been saying this. That's not what happened.
What'd you do?
I didn't beat the shit out of you.
Okay.
I've never beat the shit.
I didn't do that. Okay, I didn't do that.
I didn't.
The word literal never came up.
I didn't beat you up.
So what you do? No.
Okay, I might have hit you.
How many times, Kevin?
Once.
In one? No, you're lying. You gave me a Street Fighter combination.
That's what I was about to ask. What type of combo we did?
No, he gave me a combination. He didn't just hit me once, bro. You treat me like a cold bitch. You turned me around. And then said booga 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 booga. Bam. Bro, how you gonna tell me the ass whooping I got? Like you how you gonna tell me how he beat my ass, bro?
We was probably.
I was taking the trash out, bro.
We was play fighting or something, right?
No, that's how I punched you in the eye the first time. We weren't play fighting about this.
So hold on.
No.
When we first hold on. Like I said, when we first met. No, that's why I said I didn't trip about it. Like instinctively I did, and then he quickly was like, nah, nigga, remember such and such and such and such. I was like, oh, never. All right, bet, and I let it go. Come on, bro. You did not hit me one time.
I remember him.
You did not hit me one time.
We can agree to disagree.
I'm not agreeing that me and the Lord know exactly.
Who wants to admit to assault on camera?
Bye.
Don't edit none of it.
Yep, keep it.
I got you.
This is his real. This is his real nigga experience.
I got soft copy.
That don't say.
But
bro, you turned me around. I was throwing the trash in the blue trash can, and you pushed and turned me around, and then said boom, 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 boom.
As tough as everybody would like to think that I was, and I mean we was tough in our own right, but I was afraid majority of the time, if not all the time, because I don't like confrontation and fighting and stuff like that. But you get good at it when you get bullied enough.
My nigga, like that's some of the realest shit you said, because in reality, when we all really start looking at a self-examination of self, you either was with the shits or you wasn't. And it's not like you wasn't with the shits, you just didn't want to get put into it. Oh, wasn't with the stuff. I apologize. I didn't know. I didn't know.
Raise my hand on this one.
Oh, all right, yeah, my bad, bro. But like, it's not that you wasn't with the shits or whatever. It was more so on like, if the shits came, you'll deal with it, but you're not looking for the shits. You feel what I'm saying? And it's like, you know, for a long time for me, when you're trying to figure out who you are and know your own identity, man, you tend to gravitate to whatever it look like, you know what I'm saying, most people will leave you the fuck alone in. So if you hanging around a bunch of niggas that be with the shits, you either gonna get exposed for not being with the shits or you gonna adapt. And I was an adapter. Like I adapted to the shits. It wasn't that I was faking or none of that shit. It was just like, damn. Like I really had a very understanding. No, it was like I had an understanding early back in the day that I knew what I signed up for. You feel what I'm saying? Like I had a very early understanding. So that you know, everything that I did after that, anytime I got in trouble or whatever, I never really was like, damn. So it was just more like an understanding. Like this could have happened and it happened. You feel what I mean?
Did you have a bully back in school?
Hell yeah, nigga. I had one from kindergarten. I at least had one for like the first 3 grades. Kindergarten and second. Kindergarten first and second, right? I was going to see Pleasant. Elementary, nigga.
You went to see Pleasant?
Mm-hmm. I went to see Pleasant up until 4th grade, and then I switched to Columbia Park. But I went to see Pleasant for kindergarten. I had Miss Youth, all the way up to Miss Patrick and all that shit. Right? So long story short, yeah, I used to get bullied. You know what I'm saying? I used to get bullied a lot. And then my uncle and them got wind of that shit. And that's when shit got switched up. Like they made me deal with the shit. So anytime I had an issue, okay, bet we gonna go knock on their door type shit. Like I wasn't trying to do none of that shit. None of that. And that shit lasted all the way up until middle school, until I felt like I could handle it myself. If there was an issue and I tell my uncle about it, he like, all right. And then that weekend, we're going over those people's places in that neighborhood or whatever the fuck, and we're going to knock on the door and tell them to come outside.
Yeah, Tony
You was, I'm about to say, you was in a couple of them, you was in a couple missions. You was in a couple car rides with us, so you know I ain't lying.
That
you know what I'm
reminds
saying?
me of a time in high school. You remember this because you didn't egg it on, but you always had a way of like, I don't know, you get in my ear about certain stuff. You always been kept it a buck with me. And I'm not gonna say the person's name, but going back to the boxing thing.
Oh, I know what you're talking about.
And going back to the boxing thing, and this individual, he had it in his mind for whatever reason. He wanted to, we shadow boxed or whatever in school, and he's supposed to be best or whatever. I don't know. But it was on some, he won't beat me, he won't punish me with the gloves and all this other stuff. And we had the day off, and we sitting around the neighborhood doing nothing, and bruh say,
he's skipping one thing, and I'm gonna let you finish. But after the shadow boxing incident, that it seemed like Slim.
Hey, don't think just because we on the podcast, I won't say nothing. Y'all go in y'all rooms, man. We busy. Go.
So it was like the dude kept talking smack for the rest of the week. So he'll go around and say, yeah, nah, Kevin's weak. Who do y'all have? Y'all weak. And then, my brother was known with the hands around theirs too when it came to boxing. So my brother, got challenged by this individual's man or whatever. So this whole thing I pretty much Don King this shit. You know what I'm saying? I pretty much Don King the whole situation set it up for them to meet us on the basketball court in Woodstream.
Tennis court.
I apologize. The tennis court at Woodstream Saturday morning, so we can go ahead and get this shit over.
It was on a school day.
It was a school. I thought it was a weekday.
No, weekend. We was off that day.
You're right. So take that back. So yeah, for that day. You're right. We was out of school that day.
We like not doing nothing, and he's like, you could go around the joint. See Slim with the glove. I'm like, all right, man, I ain't worried about him. You know what I'm saying? So he goes, yeah, I feel you. But I mean, they say you was weak. Saying that shit all week, calling you all kinds of this and that. And I don't know why it resonated with me in that moment, but it was like, fuck it, get the gloves.
This nigga turned into Don King.
Hey, bro, you didn't hear me? Don King, the whole situation.
We go down there, and they know where they live at. So we went to the court, and they went over to their house. Now, again, I'm aware, but I'm afraid too. Like, I'm afraid because anything can happen in this situation. You get caught wrong, you get clipped wrong, somebody really get hurt, you really hurt somebody. Like, all these things are going through my head, but at the same time, I believe in myself that if nothing else, I know I can deal with this particular individual.
Sidebar, we were kind of having a cold war with this neighborhood at the time. So, cold. I say this was cold, meaning that
we weren't. But
the whole dynamic was because we were from this particular neighborhood at the time. There was a
lot of different things that
were
going on.
You were linked into shit automatically. You feel what I'm saying?
True, guilty by association.
Yeah, we was just guilty off association.
To a certain extent, yeah.
So it was like on some, at that.
Not to mention, if you want to take it, if you want to go in that route, we did go to their house. Like, somebody from our side went to somebody from their house and, hey, you was talking shit. My man is at the court. He ready. What's up?
Tell him come outside.
Yeah, basically, and that's pretty
and they
much
started bringing up all kind of excuses. Nah, nigga, we been smoking. I'm like, nigga, we fight drinking 211s. Like, what is you saying? Like, and we not lying. Like, we'll be in that hallway. We'll be in the back in his building in that hallway, squared up. 40 ounce in each corner. I got a 40, he got a 40.
Real life kid shit, bro.
We was like 18, 17, 18.
Drinking 40s, watching American Pie 2 or whatever, and it's like, man, this joke funny. Hey, y'all wanna go put the gloves on real quick? Like, shit.
Bet.
What?
Quick.
Case in point.
We train like savages now. Think about it.
focus and get myself ready for this whole little match that's supposed to go on. And I was so disappointed, relieved and disappointed that he came back by himself because they didn't show. All right, we took the forfeit. I didn't really get mad about it until we went back to school and I saw this individual in the hallway. You know, it wasn't in front of a rack of people, but it was in front of enough people. And he comes up to me, he goes, "Yeah, I'm ready for you." And I lost that. I kirked out on him, called him all kinds of bitches.
Yeah,
all types
called
of
it.
shit.
You called it.
Yeah.
I remember that. I remember that.
It never got spoken about again after that incident.
And he was never questioned again. And like I said, it went from, even though I knew him, like I know him because I'm like, nah, this nigga's he's just a cool dude. He don't really, he's even killed. Like this nigga don't go off at all. Like if he gets mad, bro, like you really cross the line. Like you really poke the bear on some real shit if it gets to that point. Now there's certain things that you stand on and you ain't even gotta be mad in order to stand for it.
Right,
That's
right.
another thing. But
Right.
even in that aspect, you still got enough mind to think like, okay, these scenarios can play out. Maybe if I handle it this way, like you got options. You still can think in these situations.
Always thinking.
Always
about,
thinking.
You know,
But when you on, but you know how when you there's a certain like with me. Once I'm on 10, whatever the fuck I'm about to do that at that moment, that shit has to get done in that moment.
That 0 to 100 is a scary thing for anybody.
When I get into it, when I do it, it's very scary because the end result is always what the fuck I wanted to do from the jump.
What's one trigger for you that gets you there? Like this one thing always gets you there. Like,
are you asking him specifically or
everyone?
All right, you want to go with me first? I mean, for me, 9 times out of 10 it's the audacity. The audacity that you even about to just play with me this way. Because it's more the audacity. It ain't even what you did. It's the audacity that you think that I was gonna let that rock. You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, I'm funny, yeah, I'm this person, but dog, like stop playing. Like don't let these jokes fool you by even a smidge. This nigga has talked me off the mountain more times than I had to talk him off the mountain.
I agree with that 100%.
He had to be in my ear for a lot of the times where I could definitely be doing some. That nigga spared a lot of niggas, bro. On God, he spared a lot of niggas for me.
For a time,
a lot.
There was when you start to hear, yeah, you know your man pulled up on some people. I'm like, he pulled up on some. Yeah, he was around and joining it. I talked to him. I told him, like, bro, like, you really did that? First of all, wow. It's the first and foremost, but
fuck
you
yeah.
got it back some.
You gotta look with that, man. Fuck yeah. That's why I'm like, for those, like, for you, yeah, you knew that. But like I said, you was a part of that shit too. Like, you got into certain car rides I know for a fact you ain't want to be a part of. You know what I'm saying? But nigga was in the car.
I'm loyal to a fault.
Nigga was in the car. And I know for a fact he didn't want to be in it. And it was early in the morning. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, we started these adventures early. So, you know what I'm saying? Niggas try to get shit done before 1. So it was niggas had things to do. But you know what I mean? But outside of that, at the end of the day, it was just like, this nigga, like, when I'm there, it's just the audacity. It's just like, don't play with me. Now, I've got a temperament now where even if I see the audacity, my shit can get to maybe about an 8.5. But if you just, it don't take much. I still get to think at 8.5. You feel what I'm saying? Right. I'm extra strong now. Don't get me wrong. I'm about to turn Super Saiyan in this bitch. But my power level, I'm in control of my power level. You feel what I'm saying?
Okay, so Pat, what about you?
Can I skip this?
That's fine. That's fine if you want to.
I ain't even gonna skip it. I mean, mostly my wife, my girls, the women in my life is I turn in. I go in, I do time, anything for them. But like as far as me, my thing is like the disrespect. I don't care about that because nigga, if you don't put your hands on me, you going home and I'm going home. If you blatantly try some stupid shit, like try to put your hands on me or we gonna get busy. Or I'm gonna get busy on you one way or another because I tell anybody, like, I learned from the OG, like, look, when it comes down to yourself in this world, who you want to go home first? That's me. I want to go home. So, as I started to think at certain times was, don't put yourself in them type of predicaments. But being with the company that I keep, I put myself into that shit deeper and deeper and deeper. So it's like now my next move is like how the fuck am I gonna get myself out of there? Is either we gonna go full throttle, go all the way to the doorstep with it, or I'm gonna just fall back. And my thing is like now is like after I done been in certain places that I don't want to be, I had to start thinking more. And that's first and foremost. Think first. It's a thinking man's game. I mean, the world ain't nothing but a game of chess. And you have to think before you react. I don't care if you just think about how you gonna make this move on him. You still gotta think. And that's one of the main things that I started doing. I'm like, but then I just started thinking, niggas ain't worth my time. What, you want me doing 25 years and my people sending me commissary or me calling home and asking for shit? Fuck no, I ain't doing that shit. I'm not. But if you push certain buttons, fucking my kids or my wife, my mother-in-law, my brother, I'm going in. You know what I'm saying? And I kick my feet up with a smile on my face. I tell anybody that. Fuck with them and you gonna have a problem. But if it's just words and you don't, as my man said, you don't boop, you alright.
That's like that time when we ran into each other and shit, and we was just having that little conversation in the car and shit. And I was like, one thing that I learned throughout these whole experiences that we came up on is that time is your most, you know what I'm saying, like important currency. That's the only currency. That's the most precious currency that you got. So when you start to realize that your time is valuable, you start to look at how you dissect your time with the people that you're around and who you spend it with. You know what I'm saying? And what is your time being focused on and being invested in? And if I feel like I'm going to stop doing what I'm personally doing to better myself, to spend time with you, it better be worth it. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? In any way, shape, or form. You feel what I'm saying? So that's why when I look at us now, you know what I'm saying? Just look at the fact that we even in these positions to have these conversations. You know, I don't mind stop what I'm doing to have these conversations with good men because, nigga, we all went through it. We all had our own storm and we all found a way to get out of that particular mess at that time. You feel me? And we still going through shit. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like I say, every storm is different. You feel me? We all got our joint. It ain't like just one major storm and then that's it. Like, no, it's crazy. But, you know, you realize that your time is precious. So you want beef, you want to talk, you want to do like, long as it's that, I feel you, Pat. Long as it's that.
So Kevin, what about you?
I gotta piggyback off Pat. You know the babies, moms. You know, my sister not so much. I know he got her. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, I'll be there as the anchor for any of them situations. And besides, I feel sorry for anybody think they just gonna push over on her either, because she ain't wrapped too tight. But for me, I would say what triggers me, and I say that I don't want to say that words get to me per se, but one thing I don't play about words, I don't take threats lightly at all. Like, I had a person tell me, I'm not gonna say this person's name, but I had an individual that grew up with us tell me, if I see you in traffic, you know what's up. You know what I'm saying? That type of shit. I don't play about stuff like that because you never know when somebody just saying shit for the sake of saying it, or if an individual really means that shit. And people have gotten killed for less. To your point, you 100% right when you say time is your best currency, because there are certain things that happen that we were close to within the past year. And I've said this to many people. Well, not many people, but certain people in the circle This certain situations could not have happened when we had idle time 18, 19, 16, 17. Ain't no way.
Wow.
We had too much time on our hands to be out in the world trying to, you know what I'm saying, do shit we really wasn't supposed to be doing.
I mean,
So-
that's like when you get to a certain stage and like you knew you gotta hit the brakes a little bit.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Unless you just a full on fucking crash dummy.
Man, see, I was close, man.
I mean,
my foot was on the gas, my
mine
nigga.
was too, though.
But I think it's to his point too, like we all capable of that, but we gotta get past 8 to get to that point.
Yeah,
Mhm.
nah,
You know?
yeah, you're right, and
So-
I'm on that level too, though. Like,
Yeah.
I'm on that
You know,
level
everybody
too.
got that. Everybody got that switch, and when it, you know what I'm saying, when I was away in college, you could be you still had to be on your P's and Q's down there because you out of town or whatever. So you dealing with that. But as soon as I touched down back in home, that switch turned on, and you automatically just on alert. And I think that's for anybody when you step back into your hometown. So
I mean, but you know one thing. One thing is like I've learned to like not bottle my anger in a sense to where I just keep it down and let it keep just simmering on my
I still have a
spirit.
tough
Like
time with that.
no, I don't. You know what I do now?
I still have a
I
tough time.
honestly just let it out, but I don't do it like okay.
What's your
So
reason?
for example, like if I'm gonna shoot you, right? Like okay, I'll shoot you, but you're gonna know I'm upset. All right, it's not gonna be because like pow and then none of that. It's gonna be like, bro, you really hurt my feelings, yeah. And let me explain why. You know what I'm saying? Like, let me explain. Before I do this, Joe, bro, no, because you need to understand why this is about to happen.
Motherfucker.
You need to understand why this is about to happen. You hurt me emotionally, bro, when you did this and that, and this really was like the line I could not just let go, bro. Any other time I let this go, but you know what I'm saying? But I'm just kidding on that, but in a sense, I'm kidding, but the scenario is real. It's like I no longer harbor. Like if I have an issue with you, I'll take a day to think about how I'm gonna come at you. Because remember my rule, I tell everybody this shit. Like, bro, if I'm gonna hang with you, if I say I fuck with you, that means I know how to talk to you. All right, which means I know what lines I can and can't cross in a conversation in order to get my point across. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, if I'm upset with you now, instead of just going like, bitch ass nigga, whoop whoop whoop, or emotionally like, hey nah girl, cause I blah blah blah, give your phone, all these things that you know an emotional outburst normally requires, I sit here and go, all right, wait a minute. Here's my issue. I feel away. I'm confused about this. So before I can just react with where my heart's at, explain to me these things real quick and just tell me from your side of it what it is. So I can, make sure that my reaction is correct.
You got a death row hat on right now. You're lying.
We crush our enemies.
You got a problem? Bring your ass to death row.
Like straight out of context.
Hey, bro,
My
listen.
motherfucking spot, nigga.
Hey, no, bro. I'm just saying though. I've done it. It's worked. Like I know I've done it. So like within the last year, I've sat here and been like, I'm gonna talk to you tomorrow.
I mean, you gotta get
And I need to. But see, that's what I'm saying. That normally that situation where I would sit there with me sitting there saying, I'm gonna talk to you tomorrow. That was a 10 for me. You feel what I'm saying? That would normally be a 10 for me. Like by that time, it's on site.
You about to check out. Like in my brain, like I got a manager at my job that like plucks my nerves all the time, and they say, "Don't say nothing at all." You know what I'm saying? The best answer, bruh, stone face, and then like be talking. I just be like. Still don't get the point because everything go over this person's head.
He can't read body language.
He don't read body language, right? And I just be looking at him like crazy. I'm talking about face be balled up like don't catch none of that. But my partners at work be like, why you be looking at him like that? Like I say, cause I'm ready to slap the shit out of him. But I know I got obligations to these
Right.
to my family. So let me boil down a little bit.
Man, responsibility is saving this man's face.
Yeah, no, but that's the whole thing. Like, responsibility save a lot of people, because if I know I can just dust your ass off and don't worry about it, man, it
be a lot of dust in this bitch. I know that much.
Be a bunch of body counts around here though. But
not only that, but to be honest, we all work hard for our reputations and our respected career. Yeah. And I'd be damned if I'm gonna let anybody mess up my reputation. Exactly. That's how I make my money.
My name is my name, man.
You know what I'm saying?
Man.
At the end of the day.
You got me sound like I'm in Mr. Stephen class, 9th grade science class.
My name is my name.
What's your name?
Yeah.
What?
Like, nah, I don't
That's
know.
my
name is my name.
That's still a
like you a dope chef. So you can't have your name tarnished because one of your managers is being an asshole, and then you tee off, and now you known as your reputation is the chef that.
But I got
to go off the deep end and all that.
I got two different sides of, like, I'm independent and I'm corporate.
Right, but at the same token, still, at the same token, like even be that as it may, independent and corporate. You take pride in what you do because you love to cook.
Right.
You're not gonna let anything mess up your reputation as being a dope chef. If you say anything outside, then I'm gonna tell you lying, bro. Because I know how passionate you are about your reputation as a dope chef. Right. Just like I know you pride yourself on being a dope stand-up comedian. You pride yourself on being a dope individual, and you got a dope ass podcast. I fuck with my music when I decide to come out of retirement.
Boy, hey, hold on, time out. I heard the shit, bro. I heard the shit, bro.
I'm about to get me a shirt that say, "Where's Spade?"
Bro, I heard that shit, bro. I was like, ooh, he playing. Why he playing?
Hey.
Why he playing, bro?
I was telling bro when I first heard it, right?
Mm-hmm.
I got goosebumps about it. I say, that's K. He was like, yeah. I was like, yeah.
How'd you get him to do that shit, bro?
I asked him 6 months ago.
Hello.
He asked me to do it. That's all it did. He asked me to do it.
But look, perfect timing though.
Hey,
look, perfect timing though. You know?
Yeah.
I'm gonna tell you why, because he ain't started doing video yet and all that. So like right now it's just like.
Well, I'll tell you exactly what happened. Why it took 6 months. I'll tell you exactly why. I wanted to make an original beat before.
So you made a beat too?
No, I didn't.
Oh,
but this is the thing. I wanted to do it, but it's all part of the production aspect of it. And as soon as he told me what the concept was, what he wanted, I had the perfect beat for it. Like that particular beat, it just went, and you know what I'm saying. The rest is just what it was.
The Jones hard, so I'm like I was like, yeah, I know this nigga. I know this dude. I
actually had a lot of fun with that too.
I can tell. I can tell you.
I heard it like when I'm listening to it, I was just like, hold up. I was in a car too. I was like, I went back on there. I say, oh shit. I said, that's bro.
Yeah. I think I went 8 bars in and cut the shit off.
I had fun. I had a lot of fun with that one.
Like I was very upset.
Why were you upset?
Cause bro, I was just like, man, why the fuck you over here teasing? Like, why is he doing this? I'm more mad because I'm like, I know this is it. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, that's where I'm looking at. I'm like, I know the finality of this shit. Like, I know that this is it. He's not doing nothing. I don't know what you did to hit him in the head to make him like, you know what I'm saying? That's what I was saying in my head when I first heard it. I listened to 8 bars. Literally, 8 bars and cut the shit off.
Let me ask you a question, right? So, I'm assuming you asked him to do something specific, or you just wanted him to
No, it wasn't that. It was just always, pretty much, man. Like
he intro music.
Nah, no, I ain't want shit. Like this
You want
was
intro music?
no, I don't want nothing right
You
now.
don't want no intro music, okay?
No, not yet. I don't got.
I said not yet.
No, it's not yet. I'm gonna be quiet. I'm gonna let it happen how it's supposed to happen. But I've always sat here and been in his ear. Like ever since I found out he could do this, we was teenagers, bro. And I could find out like this is a gift that he has, and this one he was super passionate about it.
So my question to you was, would
yeah.
you badger him with that?
Yes, like yearly,
Wow.
every time he stopped.
You wanted to hear more music.
Yeah, I was like, what the fuck is you doing?
So would you consider that motivation or aggravation?
A little bit of both, but more on the motivation than aggravation.
You think it was more motivational?
70-30.
How did you perceive his banter?
Hold on, we ain't gonna turn this into a therapy session.
No, I'm just asking a question. And I hate to sound like a therapist.
You know what? No, I mean, we came up in the dirt together. Son. You know what I'm saying? We monkey ball. You know what I'm saying, brothers? For anybody that don't know what that is, we didn't have basketball courts, so we played basketball on the monkey balls.
Oh, okay.
And we call it monkey ball. Let me
So
clarify.
You wanted to see play.
Yeah,
You ever played on the poles?
I did.
The gas poles?
I did.
Give me some.
I did. I definitely did.
PG County broke life.
Before it was called Kevin Durant, the Kevin Durant wreck. It was just C Pleasant wreck, nigga. We motherfucking. I learned how to play
But we
pool.
just played. We played on the.
That's C Pleasant wreck. But go ahead, Kim. My bad.
Nah, you good.
I understand.
I wouldn't say. Definitely wouldn't say it was aggravating, but it wasn't motivating either because I would always. The thing is, I always knew that I was good. I could hold my own in that realm, but I just wasn't that much excited about it. And then, like I told him later, I never wanted to make a career out of it. I just like doing that shit. You know what I'm saying? And I'll admit this right here and now, because he asked me one time before, like, are you afraid? And I was like, nah, hell no, I ain't scared. But truth be told, there was some fear there for sure.
It was
fear of making it, the fear of success. Because as good as I was, I didn't think I was good enough to.
So I'm living here because
to make it.
to
No, you making it. You still here because you ain't.
I believe
you ain't bagged up and went to Hell's Kitchen. Kitchen yet. You need to go in there and win that shit.
I just told his ass going to the 7-Eleven. That nigga going to That's crazy, nigga. Like
you sound like a black mom
Hell's Kitchen.
want her son to go to the NFL.
Why you ain't go to the NFL then?
Nah, bro. Like,
nah, I mean, me like when I've had, heard some of the stuff that you did, I was like, again, I always get goosebumps. I'm like, it's not because I know you, it's because the shit that you kick is like, it's real life. It's relatable to me through the stuff that I went through, but also, what other people went through too. Though, like it's home base to me. And then what I mean, I'm like, damn man, I'm like. I'm listening to you make tracks and this. I'm like, and then I hear you spit. I'm like, this nigga on some Kanye shit. Like,
you know what's so crazy? And not to even cut you off on that because I actually agree with you 100. But to me, it wasn't even the flow. It wasn't even the raps. The raps was second to me. The nigga poetry.
that's what he spit though.
No. There's a difference. No. Hear me. No, hear what I'm saying. Hear what I'm saying. No.
I know you're a hip hop head.
No. You're not listening to what I'm saying. Like, no.
I'm kind of loving this attention.
No. What I'm saying is, when it comes, no, hear me out. When it comes to his rapping, like we on the same page, my G.
Yes, sir.
But he also had a book of just poems, no verses. These are just poems. Concrete from a rose type shit, like on some pop level.
I still got that book.
He got poems on poems, and I've
it
heard
in an old Nike shoebox.
he got, and I remember this. I remember, bro, like this is my man. You hear me? This nigga got a poem at this time.
You ain't got it in the safe?
No, I'm not gonna tell you where it is.
The nigga got some poems, and he'll tell me these
I'm
poems.
gonna put it in the safe.
The last
it's
poem,
someplace even more secure than the safe.
I want to say the last poem he shared with me was about a couple years
Who you
ago.
work for again?
Can't
Hold on. Real talk. It was like real talk. I told him the last poem that he read to me that he wrote was maybe about a couple years back, maybe 3-4 years ago.
I don't even remember which one.
It was some random shit. and you was sitting down in the where was we? I can't remember.
You talking about that time it was me, you, and
Nobody else was there to witness me witness
okay.
that shit, nigga.
Okay.
Because you won't do that. That's one thing I know. You're not gonna pull your poems out, and Terrence could be right here. You're not gonna pull that shit up. You the only. I'm the only one that heard these. So long story short, my fault, bro. Don't do that to me. Long story short was motherfucking the nigga poems. The reason I'm sitting there arguing with him was I'm like, bro, take these to an open mic and just let these motherfuckers hear it.
Yeah.
I promise you, they hear this shit, my nigga, your shit. Even if you don't want to take this shit and make it a career, just the fact that you got it off your chest and you did it, like you performed it.
A release.
You just did something that you always wanted to do, but you ain't know if you could really be good at it. Like, nigga, this shit is worthy. Your work is worthy. That's what aggravates the shit out of me.
Yeah,
because he'll look at me dead in my face and tell me you'll be the first millionaire in the group. And I'm like, nigga, you can too.
But from your own mouth, everything happens when it's supposed to happen.
Yeah, no, and that's why I left it alone. I haven't bitched about it in a long time until he took.
Hold on, you never bitched about it. You just talked about it. Let's just.
Okay, I apologize. I never campaigned. That's the word I'm looking for. I haven't campaigned about him going back.
Don King's your name about the Suge Knight.
No. I ain't campaigned for his. I ain't campaigned for him to come back out and do something until I heard what he did for you. So I haven't even gotten on him about the junk yet, for real, because this is the first time I saw him since I heard the
I
junk.
need an EP. That's all.
You feel what I'm saying? I was just like, that's why I'm looking at him like, now that you brought it up, I'm looking at him like,
Hey,
really, nigga?
hey,
Like, you know what I'm saying? Like,
hey,
you gonna go hard on that junk like you did, my
I'm
nigga?
sorry, bro. I did not mean for all this to happen.
No, I need an EP.
No, bro, you need to know. Like, people, like I said, it would have been a total waste. It would have been a total waste if he didn't share that in some way. So to me, I'm glad that he got the goddamn the intro out and other people can hear it. You feel what I'm saying? Because
that's all tea, man.
But and see, that's why I was looking at you like you must be goddamn rap whisperer, because to get this nigga to get on the track after he just been like, I'm retired. I'm like, how you gonna retire and nobody know you was in the game first?
Okay.
That was my favorite shit. I told him that every time. That's not something I'm making up. I sat there and said, how you retire and nobody knew you was even working there?
So number one.
The dude from Office Space, they fired him. He's still there. Moved him all the way to the basement to your stable. He's still there. Like,
I don't think that you taking the serious.
that's the last straw.
The last goddamn straw, man.
I
Like,
burned it. Yeah,
I burned it to the ground. You don't know.
yeah,
But
so,
no. First of all, whether he did it or not, the fact that something great came out of it is a blessing. You know
right,
what I'm saying?
facts.
One of my most streamed tracks that's out there right now on Spotify.
That's dope.
Outside of one of my interviews and Lydia's, one of my other interviews and Lydia's interview was top performing so far. And then if he didn't do it, I wouldn't have tripped. You know what I'm saying? I would have made do or whatever. But you know what I'm saying? I didn't press him after I asked him the first time. And I'm not saying that's what you did or anybody else did.
Yeah.
But you know what I'm saying? I just like you can't make nobody do nothing they don't want to do.
I promised them I was going to do it.
I'm about to say, no, I treat this nigga like some ringo jam.
I
I pressed his ass out about it.
Try to keep my word about
if I sat here and I say that, this is one of them niggas that, like, I got my bite to do stand-up comedy in his living room when he put in fucking You So Crazy for the first time. I never saw You So Crazy before that. Until I sat in your living room and you put that shit on.
VHS tape.
And it was on tape. Wasn't no DVD, nigga. It was on tape. You So Crazy?
No, great job.
Nigga, you know what a VCR is, nigga. Motherfucker ain't got one on Ames on Leeway at Ames right now. He still got a
What's
VCR.
Ames? Like, what's Ames?
But
Like,
you know what I'm saying? Like, that's how old that
Montgomery
whole
Ward.
station was. Like Montgomery Ward.
Y'all about to have me saying horn and horn out there.
Hey, nigga still got a wrench at Sears and Roebuck. You know what I'm saying? Right, but like, yeah,
Woolworths, nigga.
I got the bug.
Wow.
Yeah.
I got the bug to do like to try. At least I was interested in stand up by watching Martin, because I was like, yo, who's this nigga getting all this attention? He ain't even said nothing yet. You know what I'm saying?
New tattoo?
Yeah, Ben had the kids. I had this for about 2 years.
Okay.
But yeah, it's like I got that bug off that jump, man, and to know that goddamn to to know that's where that he was rhyming like
Tupac
that.
had fucked up teeth too.
That he was rhyming like that. And we was fucking 13, 14. I was just like, damn, nigga, like he could have been in. This nigga was just sitting here rhyming, making fat ass burgers and pork chops on George Foreman grills, nigga. We ate that shit the fuck up. I said we.
I was
a
neighborhood cook for like
that nigga seasoned the shit out of them jumps and threw them on the George Foreman grill, nigga. We watched the fat drip, nigga. That's when the shit just came out, nigga. We was excited. It's like, nigga, the fat, nigga, we eating healthy.
And years later,
look at us, nigga, Foreman grill got us all titties, every last one of us. I'm sitting in between a titty sandwich right there. All of us, nigga. All of us got high cholesterol. Everybody on this couch. Gotta take some kind of natural, some elderberry or something like that. Niggas taking elderberry, echinacea, ashwagandha.
This nigga like, what's your dosage?
Nigga, what's your dosage? No, I'm at a solid 4. They gave me 4 milligrams of
sea moss and ginger.
Yeah, nigga, like
That's hilarious.
I think that, inspiration and motivation amongst brothers is always necessary and should flow with any circle and all circles around the world, especially with, people like us. You know what I'm saying? I appreciate y'all in all aspects of my life. You know what I'm saying? Everyone brings a little something to the table. You know what I'm saying? So
you know what just blew me?
What's that?
Pat took his hat off, right? And I just realized that everybody in this couch is in 3 different stages of hairline.
Oh shit!
Everybody's like, turn us straight. Pat leaning. I'm Jai.
And
you gone.
And I'm the finishing product. I'm the final take.
Like, this
I'm the end result.
This level of stress right here. This is a stress chart, nigga. Like this is a whole stress chart. I'm sorry, bro. You was about to say something pointless. It is. You see that
It's
shit?
in chronological order.
I was like, this is bullshit, man.
Damn.
Hairlines are just immaculate to my right.
And this is why this nigga does stand up.
Right, it's the observation.
Hey man, they say laughter kills the soul, man.
Man.
I'm gonna think about that shit for the rest of the
Bro, that shit just pissed me off, bro. You know what? It just pissed me off.
Speaking of laughter, right?
Mm-hmm.
I was having a conversation with my sister the other day, right? And she was talking about how she'd been getting on my nephew, and I'm like, "How big is he now?" He's like, "Oh, he's 6'1". I'm like, "This nigga 13." What you mean he's 6'1"? She's like, "Yeah, he got a size 14 shoe." I said, "Damn, this nigga got the same size feet as me. This is bad, right?" She was like, "I still chin check him though." I was like, "I remember those days." Like, it didn't matter how big you got. A mama right hand will show you. Hey, look, let me tell you about this one time, right? I'm gonna tell you.
Here you go.
I'll tell you about this time when mother knocked me out, right?
Oh, I've been waiting for one of these.
So, after she said that, she made me, because she was talking about his grades and shit. I remember this one time, I had lied to my mother about my grades, right? Progress reports came out, right? So at that time, it was when the county zones changed, and when it came to like newsletters and paper, all that shit was delayed. So I was skirting my mother for like a week, saying they haven't gave out progress reports yet. And the truth was, it was like a day or 2 days late, but I had let it go on for like 2-3 days because my progress report was some shit, right? So I hit her with the old, "It ain't come yet." So then Friday came, right? Friday, no, I already had it. It was in my backpack. Evidence down below the spelling book and all this shit. Like, you know what I'm saying? It's been crumbled and forgotten in my mind. I'm trying to get her to forget. You know what I'm saying? So I walked through the door and I was about to, let the phrase come out. "It ain't come yet." And she said, "Before you lie, do you got your progress report?" And I was just like, "Let me check." She She's like, no, you ain't got to tell me. Your teacher told me all your grades over the phone. I was like, oh. So, what do? You've been lying. You got caught. And then for me, like a bead of sweat came straight down my spine. Like I knew what was coming, but I didn't know what was going to happen specifically.
What version?
Yes, you know what I'm saying? So I was like, I'm looking to see if she got like a brush in her hand or like.
Was this before God or after God?
Before. Oh. She swears after she got saved, none of this ever happened. None of this ever happened.
Hey, Slim. Oh my God. Okay, that's a whole nother episode. That's a whole nother episode, bro. That's a whole nother episode. We're gonna talk about that though. I swear to God.
So I'm just like, she told me to come here and
This is before God, so I know.
She didn't want to get out of her chair. So her thing, you know what I'm
Walk to
saying?
the ass whooping.
Bruh.
So no,
Psychological
she didn't want to move too much because I didn't deserve her to waste that energy.
Did you hear
like,
the scarring?
You know what I'm saying?
He justified.
No. This is my mental breakdown after these situations happened. So I was told I had to get on my knees so I could be at eye level with her. So she hit me with the 2-piece, bop bop. And then she does this thing, right? She's been doing this since 92, right? If you let one tear drop,
She hitting you again.
she hitting you again. Do you know how strong your ducks got to be to hold a tear?
Yeah, I do.
Bruh.
I do.
Bruh. We used to cry because his mom used to babysit.
No, nigga, I was doing duck ups in my room
You
to
had
keep
to
my
run
shit
though,
strong because she used to have these rings, and the backhand would come so fast, like some Looney Tune shit.
You ain't see it till it was coming back.
Yeah, like Pootie Tang.
Nigga, I remember I had talked shit and I was sitting there saying like, she not allowed to beat me. And I forgot we were still being raised as a village. You know what I'm saying? You remember that shit? I was talking cash shit. The next day, nigga, you got all permission to slap the fire out of them. All three of them. Like, you know what I'm saying? And she did. Go bet with the duck. That's when I had to follow his training, bro.
So
this nigga showed us the way to survive, nigga. Like, man, go ahead, bro.
So the restrictions was put in for the weekend. Weekends trashed as far as, you know, anything. Like they was going to Chuck E. Cheese or some shit, right? So I'm basically the only person doing chores, right? And for some reason, I guess going to this new school and being around these new people, I kind of got this bravado thing going, right? Where I can just, you know, get stuff off my chest underneath my breath. You know what I'm saying? Never out loud. So later on in the evening, I'm taking out the trash and she said something to me and I mumbled, yeah, whatever. And then I heard the pan drop. And when I heard the pan drop, I was like, she said, what did you say? Instantly, fear, panic, exit strategy. Bow. You ever try to run from your parents in their own house?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
You
Know
can't.
everything at.
Okay. So I'm in the dining room. She's in the kitchen. I break for the front door. I know that there's a plastic runner going from the steps.
She grabbed it.
No.
And y'all had the spikes on
No,
it.
yeah. That runs from the steps to the front door.
They still selling them some discount.
There's
Y'all had the spikes on the chest.
Look, there's a clump in it in front of the TV. I jump over the clump. I get to the front door. Hit the door. Bow. Top, bottom lock. Bow. Pull. Boom. Top lock. Shit. She's on my ass. I turn around. She's coming. Green carpet. Big long gold light that's hanging from this. The base is in the corner, but it's hanging in the middle. I remember this, right? I try to run. I try to run to the kitchen. She's on the other side of the table, like right in front of her chair. So I went to the right. I was like, she's quick. Think she was this quick, right? I tried to juke her to the left, and she caught the pivot move. And when I went back to the right, I just saw a hand. And then I woke up like 5 minutes later, right? Seeing red and blue.
I see those lines that go like this.
Man, I'm talking about all this was swollen, imprints, everything from the rings, and I just was like,
Hey, Slim.
everything. I'm talking about everything from the neck up was hurt.
Hey, bro, on God.
I can't make this up. Being the wingman got me punched in the face by this crazy chick. I can't make this up. Gave this cool old man to ride home, now I'm harboring the fugitive. I can't make this up. Pinned between the fat chick and the speaker, now my shirt smell like her backside. I can't make this up. It's all bad cause my man about to get stabbed in his hand over french fries. Bet.
I'ma let T tell you that story one day, man. It's a good one.
And I'ma let the Landover legend do the rest. I'm out.